Hi, I'm Ree from mummyoffour.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am tackling my youngest daughter's bedroom. This is a clean, it's a declutter, and it's also a bit of a big day because the cot is going. She can now get out of the cot, so it's become a hazard. So we have to move her from the cot into the big girl's bed. She has had a big girl's bed in her room since before she was born. I always like to have a bed in the children's rooms, even when they're babies. It's a nice way to sort of have somewhere to sit and cuddle them, or when you're trying to get them to sleep or feed them or whatever. So she's used to it and it's been there for a while. And she has slept in it a few times, but now the cot is no longer an option. As much as she likes the cot, now that she can get out of the cot, even with a sleeping bag on, she can get that off too. It's got to go. So today's a really good opportunity to get all that sorted and just to give the room a really good kind of clean and organised. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. I post lots of speed cleans, decluttering, motivations, that kind of thing, as well as shop with me's, hauls, parenting tips, tricks, hacks and advice. Now let's get on with this because we're on the clock. I need to get this done before she needs a nap.
So as you can see, Zara's room is kind of a mess. The cot is just taking over the whole space where the tent needs to be, and it's time to clear up. I'm starting off by putting all of her soft toys into her bean bag. There are no actual beans in the children's bean bags. They are used for storing soft toys. I cannot tell you how much hassle this has saved me. It's super easy to clean them up, and it's a great way to store them without having to throw them away. I'm going to pop the tent up onto the bed out of the way and just clear the space, because my main objective now is to get the cot out of the room. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to remove the baby gate because I cannot get the cot out into the hall while the baby gate is still in the way. Luckily, I had kept the little spanners that come with these baby gates that help you get them on and off, because without them they are really tricky to get off the doors. So make sure when you get a baby gate you keep the little gadget safe. So now it's time to get rid of the cot itself. Sob. It will be the first time in a very long time that none of my children have been in a cot. Anyway, as you can see, I'm trying to get it out of the room because I'm just adamant I want to get this done, but really I want to get it round the corner and onto the landing, and that's not going to fit. So instead I'm going to drag it into my bedroom, and then when my husband gets home then we can kind of lift it over the banister and get it where it needs to go. So now I'm going to take the tent out of the room altogether and just make some space. This is a little box of clothes. They're tiny newborn clothes. I actually want to find a doll that fits those newborn clothes so that the girls can play with them and they can just be doll clothes, because I cannot bring myself to get rid of those tiny newborn clothes. So next job is dusting the bookshelf. I've got this reusable duster. It's like the kind of Dave fluffy dusters that Mrs. Hinch uses, but it's reusable. It's got a washable head, which is great, really convenient. I'm just sorting through the books now because the children have so many books, which is great, and they love loads of books, but some of them they've kind of grown out of, or they don't look at all. And I kind of think when they've got so much stuff, they can't see the wood for the trees, they don't need any of it. We've got kind of old sticker books interspersed with these, which can go, and all sorts of, you know, really tiny books for babies. And that big girl's bed, we should read that to Zara tonight, shouldn't we? Big girl's bed one, because maybe she can be persuaded to stay in her big girl's bed and not get out all the time. Anyway, back to the books. The plan is to get rid of duplicates like that. We have 2 That's Not My Kitten. We're not going to need 2 copies of that. One of them can go to the school. And then just fill the shelves with just the books they're actually going to use and read, and then get rid of the others, and then hopefully they'll actually use a lot more of what they've got. And I kind of feel like this is the case with decluttering of anything. You can find things you think, hey, I'd forgotten we had that. Like that Peppa Pig book was like a read with me book, which is kind of suitable for Bella to start reading now. And I'd forgotten we had that because it was just in amongst all the rubbish. Next job, tipping out all the toys. I always think, oh, why have I done this? But if I don't do this, I'm so tempted to just walk away and think, oh, that's enough decluttering for one day. Tipping it all out like this makes me do it. So I'm sorting through, taking the soft toys out and putting them in a separate box. Some of them can be decluttered and sort of donated. Some of them can be put in with the bean bag. We're having one box of dollies. And I'm trying to just sort all the stuff into categories. I like the children to be able to pull out one box and play with a set of toys. This doesn't last forever because when they tidy up themselves, it all gets shoved back in a big mishmash, but for a while at least, it works quite nicely. So, like I said, a box of dollies. This Elmo hat you can see there, I'm filling up with Duplo blocks, and the Duplo all belongs downstairs in the playroom, so I'm just gathering it ready to go back downstairs. I'm gathering into this bag little princesses. So they've got loads of these little plastic princesses that they adore playing with, but they're not ever played with in a set because they're always dispersed through the rest of the whole house. And it's quite sad then really when they start off with this beautiful set of things and they can't play with them properly because all of the bits are lost. Now let me know in the comments, when was the last time you went through your children's toys and had a big old sort out? Is this something you do on a regular basis, or is this something that really you've been putting off, like I've been putting this off, and it really needs doing? Because I especially feel if you've got an event like Christmas or birthdays coming up, it's a really good idea to have a declutter, because if your house is full to the rafters before your child ends up having loads of presents and things, where are they going to go? And the other thing is, I just find that my children like their bedrooms a lot more after they've been decluttered. The children do not enjoy doing decluttering, and in fact, as much as I make the children help me, I encourage them to help me around the house with tidying and things, I'd rather declutter when they're not there, because they're not good at letting go of their things, even if the things are broken or they don't play with them anymore. They just want to keep them forever. So I rather declutter when they're out of the room, that they can leave them downstairs with their dad or something. I just find it far more efficient. Let me know if your children are the same. They just don't let you throw anything out at all. Because as you can see from this pile of toys, there are things like really tiny baby toys in here that we do not need anymore. They do not get played with, and they need to go because they need to make space for stuff that they really are going to play with. Oh look, it is nice the things you find there. That was a photo of Dylan and Bella. How cute. Just lost in amongst all of this rubbish. And that's what it looks like really. Ultimately, it looks like they've got some really lovely toys, but it just looks like they've got such a load of rubbish when it's all bunged in together in a load of chaos. Right, now time to start sectioning things off. I'm putting a bag of books to take to the school to donate to the nursery class. You will generally find if your children are in school, their classes are quite happy to accept donations, and they're always quite grateful for things like books and toys and things. Especially if things are in really good condition, they just don't get used anymore. Our school, I don't know if your school's the same, is always really short on funding, are always really, really grateful for donations, and I take a lot of our stuff to the school. Now I'm taking the soft toys that I've sorted and I'm going to keep and putting them into the beanbag without beans, which I can't tell you how good a way this is to store soft toys. It has been a game changer. Soft toys were taking over my life before this. So now we've got a box of princesses and ponies. We have got a box of dollies and dolly clothes, and then we've got a box of some of the soft toys that aren't going to fit into the beanbag without beans, and then we've got kind of a miscellaneous box. Now it is time to get on with a bit of dusting. I've got my reusable duster back out. Like I said before, the top bit of this, the fluffy bit of this, is washable. The children love these. They like to help and to join in if I am cleaning. I've got them with me. They do like to just sort of dust around, mostly the carpets, nothing terribly helpful, but it gives them something to do while I'm cleaning and tidying, which allows me to get on with things. Next job is to move everything around and out of the way so that I can kind of give everything a good clean, including behind the bed, which has not been done for months and months and months and months. It is going to be disgusting behind there. I'm just going to dust around all the surfaces and then give a good old vacuum to underneath behind the bed where all the vacuuming has not been happening. It's been really hard to pull out the bed because I've had the cotton things in the way, and all these the skirting boards and things haven't been touched at all in probably all of Zara's life, actually. Just a confession, have I pulled this bed out in all of Zara's life? I think I probably did it when we rearranged the room. The bed used to be a different way round, so since the room has been rearranged, probably a year ago, that was the last time the bed was pulled out. So yeah, big confession for me there. This doesn't get done much. Hopefully now the cot's out of the room, we've got a bit more space, should be easier to pull the bed out and get that done in future, but who knows. I must say, generally I focus, unless I'm doing a really deep clean, on the bits that actually get seen and used. So now I'm storing the bits that go under the bed, back under the bed, including the piece of mattress, the box of baby clothes until we find the dolly the right size, That piece of the mattress is for when we make the bed into a fully sized, longer bed. At the moment it's a toddler size. And now I'm just going around the edge of the room with the vacuum cleaner and then across the middle of the carpet. I do have a cordless vacuum cleaner, which I use quite a lot of the time, but when I'm doing a really deep clean, I do find this one has a little bit more suction power and it lasts a little bit longer than my cordless. Perhaps I'm due for a new battery on the cordless or a new cordless vacuum cleaner altogether. Who knows? So now I'm just going to, I'm not going to change the sheets because they were changed pretty recently. I'm just going to tidy up the sheets and make the bed and just kind of finish off the room a little bit better, ready for Zara to see it before her nap. I mean, how well is this going to go? Let me know in the comments. Have a little guess. Is she going to be a good girl and go down for a nap in her new room, in inverted commas? I'm just going to fold up these blankets now and pop them inside the tent. The tent is a bit of a godsend actually for tidying up. It's a good place to plonk things. If you need to do a really quick tidy round, you can hide things in the tent. And I'm just going to shake off this rug, vacuum that too, because we're nearly done. I'm nearly reaching the time where Zara needs to have a nap. I need to bring her back upstairs. Been very lucky today. It's a rare opportunity where I've had another adult to sit with her while I could actually get this done. Normally, as you know, she would be with me, but as I mentioned before, if you've got your children with you when you're actually trying to declutter, it can be quite non-productive because they just don't want to get rid of anything. So next time I'm cleaning a room, she can definitely sort of come in and help me, but for now this has been really helpful to do on my own. It's been so much quicker. So now to finish off by putting the gate back on. She's still at the stage where she's a little bit of a menace. So a baby gate on her bedroom door, just to know that she's safe in her room while she's napping, is a bit of a must for me. I'm just screwing that back on, making sure that's nice and tight before I go and get her. And that's pretty much it. Her room is ready for her. Let's take a look. Looking a lot tidier than it was, and it's just so much more spacious in here. The books are much tidier. I know they won't stay like that for very long, but they are making me happy right now. And yeah, I hope she loves it.
Wow. What do you think, baby? What do you think? Do you love it?
Yeah.
Aww. You look, you've got your tent. Plenty of space now. Do you like it?
Yeah.
The question is, are you going to sleep in your room like a big girl?
Yes.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you so much for watching. If you have liked this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. If you would like to watch more speed cleans and decluttering, they're just down here. If you want to watch my latest video, it's just over here. See you guys soon.